Really hope everyone is with me so far. If you're not, please ask if you're confused about anything. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Okay, so what happens? These cancel. The 3x cubes cancel. Here we got minus 4x squared. And here we have, what is that? That's 13. No, not 13. It's 15x. That's right. 15x. Okay. And then the 10 we bring down, right? So we have plus 10. Now, are we done? No, we're not done yet, right? And how do I know that? Because this difference here has degree equal to the degree of our divisor. They're both degree 2. So we have to repeat the process. Okay, so now we have minus 4x squared over x squared, right? Let me just move this down. And what do we get there? We get negative 4x, it looks like. Okay, so wait, did I? Wait a minute. No, I'm being silly. Sorry, that should be a minus 4. I divided wrong. The leading terms we divided, this is minus 4. Okay? Minus 4. Okay. So from here, we're going to put that over the constant term, and now we multiply and we subtract. So we're going to subtract minus 4x squared plus 0x plus 32. We multiply minus 4 times the divisor, but now we have to subtract that, right? And how do I do that? I'm going to distribute that negative, just like before. So I'm going to take the parentheses away. So I'm going to make, so we have minus minus, that's a plus. This plus becomes minus. This plus also becomes a minus. Let me get rid of that. Okay. Okay, so that's what we did, right? So again, what did I do? I distributed that negative. Okay. Now we combine. The 4x squares are gone. Here we have 15x, and here we have minus 22. But now we're done with this one, right? How do I know that? The degree of the difference is 1. The degree of the divisor is 2. So it's less, we stop. So let me just move this down to finish this. All right. Okay. So here, what's our quotient? Our quotient is 3x minus 4. Q of x is 3x minus 4. Again, that's what's up here, right? That's above this, I don't know that's above here, the dividend. Okay, the remainder is the 15 times x minus 22. That's our remainder. Okay, and now we're done. So that's long division, okay? I know it's longer, but again, it's important to do. If you don't want to use synthetic division in the other examples, that's fine. Long division will give you the same answer. There any questions on this one? So I have one more problem left. Yeah?
When we're done with the problem, do we have to list what the quotient and the remainder are, or can we just leave it in like the form, like in the long division problem?
I would write out what the quotient and remainder are, like I did. I would do that.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Great question. So, good question. Any other questions? So in case you missed it, the way I wrote out the quotient and remainder, it's really good to do that when you're done with these kinds of questions. So, okay. So for the last one, you could do the last one by synthetic division if you want. What I did in my notes was, in the solutions that is, I use long division. Okay? I mean, I don't know if people here use synthetic division or not, but I'll do long division. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. All right. So we have x plus 1, right? That's our divisor. Let's move this down a bit. Now for the, what do you call it, the dividend, the f of x, notice we're missing two terms, right? There's no x squared term and there's no x term. No problem. We can put those in with a zero coefficient. In other words, we have x cubed plus 0x squared plus 0 times x, minus 1. There we go. I almost wrote plus 1, but it should be minus 1. Wait a minute. No, that's right. That's right. Okay, I thought I made a mistake, but I didn't. So this is what we have so far, okay? All right. So let's do this. So again, we have to do leading term of the dividend divided by the leading term of the divisor. So let me just move this over so I have room. So we have x cubed over x, right? The leading term of the dividend, x cubed, over the leading term of the divisor, x. We have x squared. Okay. That's what we have now, okay? So now I'm going to put that over its like term, x squared like here, as you can see. And what do we do next? We're going to multiply and subtract. We're going to multiply. We have x cubed. We have plus x squared. Okay? But I'm going to subtract this. And when I subtract, I distribute, right? So we have negative. This plus also becomes a negative. Okay? So the x cubes are gone. We're left with negative x squared. And we bring down the 0 times x. Right? We bring down the next term. It's just like long number. It's just like long division with numbers. And now, as you can see, this difference here, right? Well, that's degree 2, which is more than the degree of the divisor. We have to repeat the process. So we have minus x squared now over x, and that's equal to minus x. Right? Again, you divide leading terms. So that we put that above the dividend over its like term like I did. Right? It's over 0x. We multiply and we subtract. When you multiply, you get negative x squared minus x, but we're subtracting that, right? So when we subtract it, we have to change the signs. Or in other words, we distribute the negative. Okay, let me just fix that. Wait, let me do it this way. We're subtracting this, right? But when you subtract it, remember, what do? You distribute that negative. So this is going to become negative, and this becomes negative. Let me also get rid of parentheses. I hope it's making sense what I'm doing. Oh, this should be wait, did I make a mistake? Hold on. Negative x cubed. There, okay, sorry, I made a mistake before. Negative x times x plus 1, that's negative x squared minus x. That we subtract. Okay? So this we're going to subtract, and now we distribute the negative sign. So what happens here? So this negative becomes a plus. This negative also becomes a plus. Okay? And now when we combine, we're left with just x. And then we bring down to minus 1. Okay, I hope that made sense what I did. Okay, let me move this up a bit. Okay, but again, we have to do the process one more time, right? This difference has degree 1, so does the divisor. We want it to have degree less than 1 or be 0. So we do it again. We have x now over x. Well, that's just 1, of course, right? So we put 1 plus 1 actually, because 1 is positive. We put it over its like term, and we subtract. So we multiply, we get x, right, plus 1, and we're going to subtract this. You know, I'm using parentheses, but again, now I'm going to combine the step. So I'm going to take the parentheses away now. So this becomes negative, and we combine, right? And again, I'm combining some steps here, so I do hope it's making sense. Okay. These cancel, and we get -2. So when the dust settles, it's not that bad. We get our quotient here. Oh, sorry. How do I know I stopped? Because we have something, what we have here, this difference is a non-zero constant. Its degree is 0, which is less than the degree of the divisor. So the quotient here, let me see if I can zoom out a bit. There we go. Let me zoom out a bit here. There we go. Okay. Good. So the quotient here is x squared minus x. Actually, let me just write that as q of x. Q of x. Right? X squared minus x plus 1. Okay? The remainder is just -2. So that's what we get. Now that one was a little longer. It might have been easier with synthetic. I'm guessing it's easier to do with synthetic division, but I like polynomial polynomial division. So, are there any questions on this one though? I mean, I will post the solutions as well. Yeah, Alyssa?
So I got a different quotient and remainder.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
what do you got for the quotient?
The quotient, I got 1x squared plus 1x to the first plus 1.
When you, let me see, when you did the second step, right? You like when we subtract here, you do -x squared divided by x, right? Did you do that?
Where are you looking?
Here, let me show you. See, let me mark it in as red. Here, because that gives you that. Do you see what I'm doing?
So you did negative. Well, so before that I got it's 0x squared minus the -1x squared, which is 1x squared.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
So if you look right above that -x squared, you see it's to get that we used 0x squared minus a -x squared gives
What
you
x cubed you mean minus x squared? You mean here?
No, the one right over it.
We have x cubed plus 0x squared plus 0x minus 1, right? But you're subtracting though.
Right. So I'm saying if you look straight down, if you look from the 0x squared,
Yeah.
you're subtracting that from the negative.
No.
Negative x.
This negative includes the subtraction already. This is after I distributed the minus.
But then if you were to distribute it, wouldn't it be a positive? Because the answer itself is negative.
Because you have x cubed over x, right? That's x squared. Okay, that's from the first one. Let me see if I can get rid of these red marks. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay, so first we did the x cubed over x. That's x squared, right? And that's how we got this. Okay, and then, right, what we did next was I multiplied x squared with this, and we're going to subtract the product. So that's x cubed plus x squared. And that's what we subtract. Once you distribute that negative, then it becomes a minus x squared.
Why did you distribute, like, why didn't you just do 0x squared minus the -x squared?
No,
Like,
this is plus x squared now, because that's before I distributed.
I'm confused what you're distributing because.
We'll have to talk later because we're out of time now. So
Okay.
let me stop the recording.
Are you able to stay after class?